Hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Christina. I'm a licensed therapist, and when I saw the topic to talk about happiness, I didn't know where to start. Everything I do is about creating more happiness in the world. I'm a therapist, I have a nonprofit, I build community. So I was like, what am I going to share? And I thought, you know what? I'm going to tell a story about a tree. Yeah, a tree from my childhood. When I was a kid, life was rough. I had a lot of difficulties with my emotions and things were stressful. We moved around a lot, but there was one house that we lived in that had a tree in the front yard, and that was my happy place. I used to love going there and just sitting underneath it. And I don't even know what kind of tree it was, to be honest. I have no idea, but it had these seedlings that were really cool. It looked like a vine with like multiple spherical seeds on it. And I used to love playing with them. I would get them, I would tie them up into bracelets and necklaces. I would take the seeds off and I'd mash them up and pretend I was making some sort of potion or creating some sort of recipe or something like that. And I just loved sitting underneath that tree. I would sit there in the grass and feel the earth beneath me, and I'd feel the warmth of the sun on my skin and the coolness of the breeze as the wind blew. And I felt so present and connected. And sometimes, actually, oftentimes, I would climb into the tree. And there was an area of the tree where the branches laid out in just the perfect way so that my tiny child body could sit in it like a chair. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. And I would come up with fantasies and imaginary worlds while I was in this tree. And it was just my escape from my difficult reality of life. And so it meant so much to me. But as I reflect on it as an adult, I realized that it wasn't the tree itself that made me happy. It was the experience, the way that I felt more alive, more connected to myself when I was playing underneath this tree, the way that I was able to express myself, be creative, be just anything that I wanted to be under the tree, feel connected to nature and feel present and free. That is what led me to feel happy. And so happiness maybe isn't so much something that you achieve, it's something that you experience. And so I want to ask you guys today, if you are in a place that feels safe to do so and you feel comfortable to participate, I want to ask you to place a hand on your heart. Imagine that you're under that tree with me and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And maybe we'll do one more just like that. Really feel your heartbeat under your hand. And as you breathe, let that heartbeat remind you that you're alive and you're here in this moment, and your breath is circulating through your body. And that breath and that beat of your heart is a reminder that there is hope, that happiness is possible. Even in the difficult life that we have as adults, going constantly busy, work, responsibilities, stress, when is the last time that you took a moment to connect with yourself? To turn inwards and realize that you are here, that as long as you are here, you have endless possibilities to create more happy moments. That happiness isn't just something that you chase, it's something that you experience by connecting to your values. For me, under that tree, as I reflected, I connected with freedom, with expression, with creativity. And I find ways to incorporate that in my day-to-day life now. I ask you, what's your tree? Can you reflect back on a moment where you felt alive and most connected to yourself? Maybe that was from your childhood, or maybe it was yesterday. Maybe it was last week. Remember a time where you felt alive and ask yourself, what were you doing? Where were you? How did your body feel in that moment? What values can you uncover from that experience? Is it connection, creativity, love? What is underneath that that created that sense of aliveness for you? And how can you bring that into your everyday life now? I hope that this experience leaves you with a little bit more inspiration and awareness, connection to yourself on what it is that makes you happy and how you can reflect and add that into your life today. So, thank you so much for listening to me today and for having me here to share in this experience. I'd love to share more about what I do, what I have to offer as well. So, if you'd like to learn more about me, please let me know. You can find me at Compassion Corner Counseling on social media or compassioncornercounseling.com. I'm sure he's
Well,
coming
thank
in, so I'm gonna wait. I don't know if you were gonna say that,
well,
but
I was going to say thank you because that was going to be the next thing I was going to. I wanted to make sure that people
yeah.
stayed connected with you, and so
Yeah.
yeah, here we go. My Everybody Loves Dino hat. Somebody saw that and had to get it for me, and I want to thank you so much for everything that you've shared, and I want to thank Dr. Smiley, the Smile Channel.